Hello Mouses! Today it is the news on Tuesday, but we only have one topic that I want to talk about because it's rather important and it keeps coming up. It's the issue of copyright with regard to fan art. As anyone who's been on Reddit or Tumblr or talked to artists on Twitter or anything like that has already probably seen, Disney has apparently lifted a picture by Katie Woodger depicting Alice from Alice in Wonderland painting the roses red, and they put it onto some cosmetic bags. Now, so far so uninteresting. What's the problem there? Well, the problem is that they didn't actually ask Katie whether she wanted to have her picture used, and more importantly, they haven't provided any remuneration for it, which is not a very good thing because they have actually no right to use this image. Why is that? Don't they already have the copyright for Alice in Wonderland? Well, yes and no. They don't have copyright over Alice in Wonderland, the story. That is actually in the public domain because it's so old. It's gone out of copyright and it's now free for anyone to use. You want to do an Alice in Wonderland remake? You can do that now. Do Disney own the depiction of Alice from Alice in Wonderland? They don't actually own that either. The depiction of Alice as a young woman in a blue dress with a white apron and blonde hair is actually public domain. It's from the original story. So they can't even say, oh, well, this person looks like our depiction of Alice in Wonderland, so we want to use that picture ourselves. They can't do that. But here's the thing. Even if their depiction was copyrighted, they still couldn't have used the image without permission. Because, yes, Disney, in that instance, would own the depiction of Alice as this kind of figure. But even if they have that, they can't just own every single depiction of a young woman in a blue dress with a white apron and blonde hair. Because that's not how copyright works. You own that specific representation, but if someone draws it over here, they've got no association with you. It's one of those interesting things about copyright. You can own copyright, but if someone produces a derivative work, you don't own that derivative work unless you buy it. But at the same time, they can't just go off and sell their derivative work to people. They can't just create a load of comics or animated films with their depiction of your character and then sell those things, because that's a breach of copyright. But at the same time, they still have a copyright over their particular creation. Even though they can't use it for anything, they can't do anything with it, they still own the copyright, so you can't just take it and use it yourself. But that appears to be what Disney have just done. I know that they don't own the copyright for Alice's depiction, but apart from that part, they've taken someone else's work and put it onto their own stuff and then have sold it. So, what is the result of this? Well, at the moment, it's a big Twitter storm and it's going all around Tumblr. There's signal boosts here, there and everywhere. It looks like Disney are now looking into what happened because they shouldn't be swiping these things. They know they shouldn't. Someone is being investigated from this. And whether anything comes of it is another matter. What I think the best outcome would be is if Disney publicly apologised, because this is public now, they're going to have to do something, and paid the original artist for the use of the work. That way everyone wins. Worst case scenario, they'll ignore it and then nothing will happen until lawyers turn up. And let's face it, Disney's in a very good position here financially to pretty much stall the legal case as long as they need to until it goes away. That is unfortunately the problem of a modern justice system where people can stall everything if they've got enough money and enough time and enough lawyers. So let's hope it doesn't come to that. It might do, but I'd like to think that Disney, under the circumstances, will go, you know, we did make a mistake and we'll offer some compensation and maybe get a contract together, because that would be great. Okay, that's all I've got time for today, so thank you very much for watching. If you did like this, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on with copyright in the world today, and do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching the Knob Mouse channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.